All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Haloyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book of the Holy Bible, the scriptures, man. All right, so now I'm back again in this book, all right, called Population Control by Jim Mars, which goes into all the ways Esau Edom goes about, all right, to depopulate the masses of this earth, all right, because starting with the elite banking families, all right, the wicked Illuminati, satanic Edomite banking families, all right, they have an agenda to bring forth the New World Order. And part of that New World Order is to depopulate the masses. They really want the masses to drop down, all right, to about 500 million. It tells you that on the Georgia Guidestones, man. All right, so they got to kill off about 7.5 billion people on this earth, man. And Esau Edom got many different ways, man. All right, to go about depopulating this earth. And this book goes into it, man. All right, I've been going into this book a lot lately, man. Scroll down my timeline. You've seen I did like at least 7 lessons already on this book. All right, this book goes into the chemtrails, the poisoning of the water supply, the food supplies, the GMO, all right, the GMO foods, all right, the education system, all right, the pharmaceutical industry. It goes into the Maxine Nightingales, you know, the Yo Jabba Jabbas and all of that, man. All right. But anyway, this is chapter 21, man. All right, death of a species. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit more, man. All right, we'll read it. We'll read, this little section right here and about this little section. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. So this is chapter 21, Death of a Species. It reads, it's not only toxic environmental factors, strange disabilities, diseases, and authoritarian policies that are leading to the demise of the human race. For several years now, in many parts of the world, scientists and fertility doctors have found that men's sperm count and motility are declining, making it more difficult for couples to have babies. And how is that being done? All right, through the poisoning of the water supply. All right, all these poisons and all the fluoride that be in the water. All right, all the chemicals and dyes that are in our food that we eat. All right, it's not even food. It's just literally just chemicals and drugs you're eating. You know, when you take a bite of these cookies and these Twinkies and your Swiss rolls and your brownies. All right, that's all chemicals and bleach and chlorine and all of that, man. All right, so that's how your sperm count declines, man. All right, and your motility, your sperm movement. All right, your testosterone declines like that. Oh yeah, going into the shampoos too, the shampoos and the soaps. All right, they destroy your sperm count and it also they destroy your testosterone, man. You know, you should get into the tallow. All right, the tallow soaps, man. You know. All right, those are all different ways that Esau Edom goes about to decrease your sperm count, man. All right, even watching TV, man. All right, that radiation hitting your face. All right, and then you receiving these the news that's on the TV that's zombifying you. All right, making you think feminine and all that, man. Getting into what's that movement? Feminism and all that, man. All right, it says chapter 21, Death of a Species. Let's read it again. It says, it's not only toxic environmental factors, strange disabilities, diseases, and authoritarian policies that are leading to the demise of the human race. For several years now, in many parts of the world, scientists and fertility doctors have found that men's sperm count and motility are declining, making it more difficult for couples to have babies, and that's exactly what the elites want. All right, they always talking about depopulation, man. All right, listen to this man, Kill Gates. All right, it says one 2012 study in France estimated that for 35-year-old men, all else remaining equal, sperm concentration dropped from 73.6 million per milliliter in January 1989 to 49.9 million, all right, per milliliter by December 2005. That's crazy. All right, it says a fertility clinic study of 7,000 men in Aberdeen, Scotland, all right, led by Dr. Siladitya, all right, Bhattacharya, found that the average sperm count of those men with a normal sperm concentration, all right, in the group fell from nearly 87 million to just over 62 million over 14 years, a 29% drop. All right. It says, let's keep reading. It says, an earlier Danish study found sperm counts had dropped by 1% every year since 1938. All right. Organizations such as the Center of Reproductive Epidemiology, all right, at the University of Rochester Medical Center have announced similar findings. Center Director Dr. Shauna Swan acknowledges that while such studies are far from definitive, the center's data placed yearly sperm declines at 1.5% in the US and 3% in Europe and Australia, man. And that's because of the food, the water, everything, bro. All right, the food, the water, the GMOs. All right, the genetically engineered foods, the TV, people staring at their phone 7 hours a day, man. Doom scrolling, man. You know, receiving all that radiation, all that destroys your body, bro. Your mental, your sperm count, it decreases your testosterone. This is why you gotta eat good foods and just work out, man, and just stay in the scriptures, bro. All right. It says, oddly, although some researchers consider the continuing decline in sperm count a crisis, no recent studies have been published. All right. It says University of Edinburgh. All right. Professor Richard Sharp comments, in the UK, this issue has never been viewed as any sort of health priority. All right. Perhaps because of doubts as to whether falling sperm counts was real. All right. Now there will be little doubt that it is real. All right. So it is a time for action. Doing nothing will ensure that couple fertility and average family size will decline below even its present low level and place ever greater strains on society. All right, let's keep reading. It says, some see declining sperm counts as the result of radiation poisoning from Fukushima and Chernobyl. All right, while others believe it is a result of harmful chemicals in the food and water supply. That's exactly what it is, bro. All right, and the radiation coming from our phones when we stare at our phones for hours, you know, whatever it may be, we might be watching a movie on our phones or just scrolling on our phones, you know. That's why you get headaches when you look at your phone too long. All that radiation just pelting your face, man, your mind, your brain, you know. All right, it says while others believe it is a result of harmful chemicals in the food supply and water supply. That's exactly what it is, bro. All right, it says some blame lower sperm counts on bisphenol A, BPA, which, yeah, that's it too. All right, which that's the chemical that's in plastic. All right, that's also in the water. All right, when you drink out of these water bottles, all right, and in these water bottles, They sit in the sun for a long time, you know, and all that chemical from the plastic leaks from into the water, and you drink it, man. It says some blame lower sperm counts on bisphenol, all right, A, which is BPA, an additive in plastics found in many household products or pesticides, all right, as scientists have noticed that men from rural areas where farming pesticides are common, all right, have lower sperm counts than men from urban areas, all right. Others cite sexual transmitted infections, stress, obesity, and even watching television as the culprits. Yeah, come on, bro. All right, stress lowers your sperm count. All right, obesity lowers your sperm count and your testosterone, man. And even watching television, all right, as the culprits. Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Cause your brain is being rotted. All right, your brain is being rotted, bro. When you watching that TV, man. All right. I haven't watched TV in like 14 years, bro. Straight up. Something like that. At least I know it's been over 10 years. All right. It says it would appear the only if I'm watching TV, it's like the news, bro. It's only the news, to see what's going on. All right. It said it would appear that the truth behind lowering sperm counts can be attributed to a combination of these environmental factors. Yeah, it's many things, man. Along with the adulteration of the human food supply with toxic additives and chemicals as previously described. Yeah, man. All of that, bro. It says all of this has been fostered by the aforementioned giant multinational corporations. Yep. All right. These corporations are run by able administrators under the orders of shadowy owners. Yeah, the elite bankers, man. All right. It says whose names are largely unknown to the public, but many may be found on the membership list of the Bilderbergers. Yeah, which that's one of the a Freemason family. All right, an elite family, man. All right, or that's a secret society too as well. All right, the Bilderberg group. You know. All right. These shadowy owners talking about the elite bankers, man. All right, that are largely unknown to the public. Yeah, the masses have no idea, bro. These people are done up, man. All right, it says if these current trends continue, humanity's days on earth may be numbered. And that's why the Lord said, all right, for if those days were not shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. Because Esau, Edom is going at it. All types of crazy, man. All right, if these current trends continue, humanity's days on earth may be numbered. And that's why the Lord got to come back, man. All right, he said the Lord don't come back. There shall no flesh be saved, man. All right, because of Esau, Edom, the damn devil, the so-called white man, starting with the elite banking families. All right, it says by recognizing the disastrous end awaiting the population and taking action now, the American public can begin to move towards solutions and remedies that can bring a more peaceful and prosperous future. Well, there is no more peaceful and prosperous future for America. All right? Because the will of the Lord is to destroy and wipe America off the face of this earth. This is one of the reasons why. All right? Because the food is nothing but poison and chemicals, and this place is done on all types of levels, bro. America is just finished, bro, on all types of levels, bro. It's not even funny. All right? There's no peaceful and prosperous future for it. This place is getting ready to be eradicated by nuclear fire. Thus save the Lord, thus save the Bible, man. All right? It says many of these problems begin with proper education. Yep. All right, because these and who controls the education system? The Rockefellers, the elite bankers, man. They're purposely dumbing down the people, man. That's why the American education, you don't learn shit, bro. What do you learn, bro? From grade 1 to grade 12, bro. You don't learn nothing. Just a bunch of false history. And that's it, bro. You don't learn nothing, bro. Literally, the education system wasn't um wasn't built to educate you. It was built to indoctrinate you, man. Destroy you, to zombify you, man. You know? All right. Now I was going into the education system, but I think I'll leave that for another lesson. I just had wanted to read this part real quick, you know? Going into the decline of the sperm count of the people, man, of the masses, man. And that's all because of the water supply, the food supply, the GMO foods, the chemtrails in the sky, and all of that, bro. You know? It says the death of real education. All right, so we'll get into that maybe in the next, in the next one, man. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Rataza. This lesson was edifying, man. All right, so call Haloyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakal Quitash. The water, the water, the water, the water, the wab. Aman. All right, on to the next one.